I got big news in terms of Big 12 women's basketball on a player that we were not sure whether or not she would get a waiver to play for next year. And the player is Stephanie Soares from Iowa State. She put this out there. It is disappointing that my time with Iowa State women's basketball has come to an end. Thank you to the Iowa State coaching staff and the Iowa State compliance staff on their effort during the waiver process. I want to thank again my teammates, coaches, doctors, athletic training staff, and Iowa State fans for all their support and encouraging words throughout the past few months. Though I was unable to be on court with you, we will always be Big 12 champs. My time in Ames was brief, but I will always be a Cyclone. I have always had my family and God at my side during challenging times, and that is not changing. With the strength God gives me, I look forward to continuing the rehab process and going through the WNBA draft process and rehabbing to the basketball court when the time is right. So I knew like once, like I actually saw something like before the season started that for sure we knew Ashley Jones was going to be gone no matter what. Same thing goes for Morgan Kane and Maggie Espin-Miller, as well as Beatrice Jardot. But Beatrice Jardot medically retired from the game. So, what does this mean? I'm going to go over her stats when she was playing and healthy for Iowa State. So, and she was really a solid player. I'm not just talking about just at Iowa State, but NAIA prior. When you look at her stats, she was the second leading scorer on the team still, despite the injury. At 6'6" tall, at center, she almost averaged a double-double. 14.9 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game, 1.1 steals per game, 3 blocks per game, 2.8 turnovers per game, 2.2 fouls per game. She did shoot 30.6% from the three-point line, but that's on 36 attempts, and 28 for 42 on free throws, which is 2/3%, as in like 66.6667%. So, as you could tell, it is a solid pickup. Now, it was a solid pickup in the offseason by Iowa State, and this is a solid player. She just got to get help recover, and I know it's going to take some time, and I know that not just from I never experienced a torn ACL, but I know from my cousin with multiple ACL surgeries, especially if 2 in 1 knee, as well as my friend Christy Wallace, who at Baylor, which she had 3 torn ACLs within 4 years. Yeah, including 2 of them within a year, 9 months of each other, in the same knee. I wish her speedy recovery. I really, really do. And I will definitely say, Iowa State's going to take a step back next year. For sure. First of all, they're losing Ashley Jones. Second, they're now losing this great post player. Your top 2 scorers are gone. And sure, Morgan Kane actually it was like a backup / rotational forward for Neymar Du, but still, or even Ashley Jones out of the game due to foul trouble at times. But that's another great forward. She was not great. 5.9 points per game and 4.4 rebounds per game and 1.1 turnovers per game. But I'm just saying, it's hard to lose depth. And I know they got 5 players incoming, but and Maggie Espin-Miller McGraw, she really was like 1.7 points per game. So I expect this team to take a step backwards. It's not a question about that. But we'll have to wait and see what their schedule is for next year, as well as how they're going to gel next season, especially with a lot of new faces. But luckily for Iowa State, they do have the other two double-digit scores coming back. I would think, unless they transfer out, which I don't know. You never know with these days with the NIL and stuff. I mean, they also lost Aubrey Jones the year before, too. So Alexei Donarski is one of them, 12.1 points per game, while Amy Ryan is the other one, 10.6. And they do have a solid foundation with those two, as well as Danae Fritz, a redshirt freshman, 8.8 points per game. So your best three players are your guards coming back. So, and we know Iowa State is known for three-point shooting in women's basketball. Of course, they do have Nemar Dew as well. I know she only averaged 6.1 points per game, but I expect that number to be even better next year with no Ashley Jones. I would assume she's already a starter as is, but she's going to get more points, I would think. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe. See you guys later. 500 subscribers, we're on the road to it. Let's go.